All right, now we dealing with the morning, and we about to get the day started. But you dig? I want to confess something. I tends to be a little bit extreme when I'm doing the Lord's work. I can understand that. Uh, not really everybody understand that in the gospel, you make a joyful noise, you get extreme. There's not one pastor, preacher, whatever. I mean, I believe only the Catholics and all them are very light, you know what I'm saying, laid back when they preach. But the deal is that I've been noticing lately they got people who will ask you questions with the answer right in front of them, trying to play dumb. I play as dumb with them. But, the whole thing about it is you got time to be so stupid when there's some serious things going on in our world. And this is what stupid is. Stupid is what stupid does. But I kind of like jumped in the mix last night, and I went to pretending like I didn't know nothing. Conversating with this person in this little facility last night, and I seen just how easy it is for a person to fall into their own trap. You'll ask me something with knowing you know the answer and everything, and I turned the tables around and let him answer all the questions I already had the answers to. Man, when it comes to wisdom, it's different from knowledge. And one thing that you have to learn is that, can't nobody really take nothing from you. You have to give it to them. You know what I'm saying? Now, so far as material things goes, well, that's different. But we live in a world right now that your soul is way more valuable than anything that you own, material wise. And I mean, there got a lot of people that's out here fighting for the right things to happen in this world. We got a lot of people fighting for all the wrong things to happen. And we just so blind to see that we helping people kill our world by constantly electing them and putting them in power, no matter whether it's from a teacher to a president or whatever. And it just don't make no sense. And, when you have people that's in a community trying to achieve things, to not have that stuff come this way or that way or whatever in they world, you got the stupid amongst you. They walk amongst you, man, and they would try to vex you and everything. See, we as preachers, we learned this word called vex. And to be slow to anger, be patient. Hey, I have adapted to vexation since I was born, because see, a government shutdown has been part of our lives since we got to America. So it's really no big deal to a lot of us. Now, most of us can't deal without the luxuries or pleasures of this world, but a lot of us can, and that's why you see me here. I mean, what else would a person with no felonies and no habits or anything be doing in the tent, right? And have a lot of skills. If that's not showing you the system is jacked up, then I don't know what. If you think it's me, man, go ahead and miss me with that, bro. Because I've been on this earth for a little bit, half of my life now, and I know the responsibilities of getting out there and go work. But the stupid, man, they got their ways of coming up with things to just vex you and everything. Let me give you some advice. Give them what they want and just keep going. You know, if that's their daily their daily bread to do something stupid, give them what they want, all right, so they can just go on about their business. Don't sit there and try to argue with them or nothing like that. You dig? Because, I mean, yeah, man. It's a bad situation living in this world, bro. And it's always been like that. But a lot of people just now opening up their eyes to see what's been happening around them for the longest. What got us to this point started way back in the 30s and stuff, bro. Like, you know, way back when, bro. And there's still a lot of stones that needs to be uncovered, but I'm not here to give you all that at once. You know, I'm trying to let other people fish through the, you know what I'm saying, the pollution or whatever, and pull out what's causing this contamination. Because a lot of people has done it. But my part is being a preacher about it. You know what I'm saying? And finding it in the Bible also, you know, and opening up people's eyes for the first time. You know, there's a lot of people that's out here that's very intelligent, man, and I'm feeding off of them. You know, little person out there in Sweden. You know, that's inspiration to show that, you know, it's not no color thing, bro. This is generations to come that needs to live in this world. You know? So I wait for somebody to feed me some fuel. You know, as I feed fuel. And the way that I put things down is a way that people from my part of the world can understand it. The best way that I can give it to them, coming from a perspective of educated people. You know what I'm saying? Just because I'm not school educated, don't mean that I'm not, you know what I'm saying, life educated. Because it don't take a rocket scientist to know that, hey, bro, that ain't right here. Because I mean, look what it's done. Look what it's doing. You know, look at the after effect of the whole project. You did. So, you know, based on stupid questions being asked, let people ask stupid questions, and you try to move on with your life to figure out the answers to questions that mean something. And you did. Just notice them, man. Notice them for who they are. You know what I'm saying? And just, you know, get them out your life. See, now, like when I was telling you about depression, there's a saying in the streets, misery loves company. And see, when you trying to change, half of the times it's dangerous because some people don't want you to change. And you've been a source of power for a long time. They've been striving off of seeing you hurt. So it's a power move, but it's a dangerous one also if you don't have the right people in your corner to help protect you, or you don't have the resources to get away completely out of that situation. I don't see why the person would want somebody to stay in a relationship that they only abusing for anyways. I don't understand that part. If you can't, you know what I'm saying, if you can't love me, let me go. You know what I'm saying? If you can't treat me right, leave me alone. If you can't be a good friend, brother, stop coming around. That's the bottom line. Now sometimes we experience, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of, you know, conflict, a little friction between each other as friends and family and spouses and everything. That kind of helps because it keeps us, you know, prepared for, you know, outsiders, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? When we challenge each other mentally and physically and stuff like that as a pair or family or whatever. That's cool. But if, you know, you taking more than you giving, then you a leech. You ain't giving no blood, you just taking it. So you definitely got to get yourself together, man, and understand that what happens to you happens to a lot of people, bro. And when it comes to this world, you know, people got to give their kids away and all that type of stuff because they can't take care of them, or people got to get their kids away in order to take care of them. Say, bro, remember that God gave his kid away to this world that you know what I'm saying, didn't want nothing. In order to get something, you got to give something. And God gave his kid gave his blood, and that's the bottom line. All right? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna come out of Proverbs with one little deal. I don't know what it is, but we're gonna come from the book of Proverbs. I love Proverbs, but you know, some people don't like correction. All right. So what? Today is the 4th, right? So let's go with the 4th of Proverbs. 4th of Proverbs says this. We're going to go with 4:1, okay? It says, hear ye children the instructions of a father, and attend to know understanding. All right? For I give you good doctrine, forsake ye not my law. For I was my father's son, tender and only beloved in the sight of my mother. All right? Now, when it comes to that passage right there, you got to understand something about wisdom, like I was telling you. However you end up is the route that you came from. Whether it was down the line or the beginning of time. But one thing you got to understand is that when you let go of the things that people done to you or caused you to do, is when you can now live again. But the constantly stay of under that that environment, it will not release you from the pressure and the pressure, the depression, all that type of stuff, man. It won't release you. Every day you wake up and go to sleep, it will be that same depression and pressure. You will have to get away to find some peace. And in order for that trend to stop, you would have to not pass on what happened to you to somebody else. Now, if that person that you run into later on down the line was involved with that same situation, then go ahead and indulge if you two indulge in that. Whether it's same sex or, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is. But if it's something that you both don't want no more, then don't bring it to nobody's table. And that way it'll stay out of both of y'all lives for good. You know? Because wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, yet wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. And that's Gorilla Gospel, man. I love y'all. You know, take your time with things and we're going to be all right, bro. So may the angels say amen, and let New Orleans say Word.